All right, we're on
Alright.
for our first podcast ever.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's the Tombstone Toyboys. Minus Isaiah, because he has a basketball game.
Mac versus E going on.
Yeah, but
JV and freshman. No, just freshman.
just freshman. Eisenhower's gonna win, because we're superior.
Okay.
But so this is our first podcast, and we're just gonna be talking about different subjects, and we will get right into that. So first, let's start off with our names.
Okay.
My name is Davion Meek.
My name's Caius Pager.
My name's Hadrian Pager, and that's not Caius' real voice. So, Kai, just introduce yourself.
My name's Caius Pager.
Okay. We're not gonna. If he keeps this up, I'll give him props, but he's gonna break eventually.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So I think we're just gonna do like a 10, 15 minute segment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're just gonna go around, and we came up with like 10 topics each. And we're just gonna ask different topics and talk about them, and hopefully get on tangents. And be free, or you're welcome to comment if you have any questions or answers. And in fact, that's what we're looking for. So I encourage you to do that. But I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with Davion.
Alright. My first topic is, who are the Tombstone Toyboys and how did we meet?
Okay. Would you like to start off answering?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, Tombstone Toyboys, it's 4 guys, and we have a YouTube channel. We're just a group of good friends. We make funny videos because we're pretty hilarious, and how did we meet? We all met through elementary school.
Yes.
Yeah.
E2. Elementary 2.
Yeah.
Miss Moore's class.
Yeah. I met him. I met Hadrian in
Fifth
fifth
grade.
grade.
I was in 4th.
And Caius, I don't know, because he didn't like me until last year. But
That's true. Well, if Isaiah were here, he would be talking about how we bullied him
How he
in
says we
elementary
bullied
too,
him.
but that's not true. Let's just, get that right off the bat. It's not
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else to add?
No, you wrapped it up right there.
Well, how about how we got the name Tombstone Toyboys? Was that another topic? We can just add it on here. Well,
Alright.
anyway, sorry, can I? Okay, we're at an escape room. Crave frozen yogurt. I encourage you guys to go check it out. It's pretty fun. And we were a bunch of bandits, and we stole gold, and we signed a confession letter, and we had to come up with a name
For our gang.
and we didn't have one.
Yeah.
And we were just stuck, and it took 5 minutes, and we just thought of nothing. We couldn't agree. And then Caius and I's dad okay, we might edit this out.
Mr. Joe Pager.
Was like, you know what? I'll just make it. And he wrote down Tombstone Toyboys.
But he spelled Tombstone. Thon.
Yeah.
Stone. And then we did the escape room, and then after that we talked about our YouTube channel, and the next morning we actually made one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
It's pretty fun.
Sunday, we had the next Monday off. And Sunday, I went over to Davion's house, and we shot our first video called Pancakes and Orange Justice Quest.
Giant
pancakes.
Oh,
Pancakes.
We shot that video Monday and uploaded it Monday.
Yes.
Yes.
Monday morning, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you weren't there.
Yeah,
you
I
were.
was there, 'cause I'm in the video.
Isaiah wasn't there.
Yeah, Isaiah was
Yeah.
not
Because
there.
he had a...
Jackson was in there. He's in
Yeah.
3 of our
I would.
videos.
He's not a part of the Toy Boys,
But
but
he's
I'd say
honorary
he's
guest.
an honorable
member.
yeah.
We have one...
Like
person
guest,
that
an
hasn't
honorable
been
guest.
in it yet. Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Okay, Jack Stokowski. He is a student at St. T, a freshman, and he was at the escape room with us, and he is technically in the Tombstone Toyboys. It's just he's never been in a video, because he's either busy or we forget about him.
Maybe
But we love
forget.
him. So, all right, Kai. I think we kind of cleared that up pretty well.
Yeah.
I think it's your turn, Kai.
I'm gonna pass on to you.
Okay. I have my own.
Okay. Okay.
Well, so I think let's just save sports for the end. I think because that's just like an ending thing, but I would say if we're going more like our lives right now, and we can get into global later, but what do you guys think of like MacArthur and Eisenhower sports?
Eisenhower's better at everything.
But this year, it tends to lean towards MacArthur.
No.
We went, me and Davion, Isaiah and I went to a MacArthur versus Eisenhower varsity basketball game, and Kais was there. But, and Eisenhower actually showed up.
Duh.
They were pretty good.
Too short.
RJ and Brylan and Cam and Malachi.
Did it?
Malachi had a good game. He was just on fire from three. But I do think that like that game size was like
Mattered.
yeah, size mattered. We might cut that out.
Eisenhower had nothing.
But like MacArthur, we have Caden Lowry, who's 6'8", possibly 6'9", and you're tallest. And I would be like rivaling the tallest player on your team.
No, you would not be.
RJ's taller than me. That's
RJ's
actually
not
no.
our tallest player.
Isn't it Jalen?
Who is Jalen?
Jordan? It starts with a J, doesn't it?
No.
Who is it?
It's either.
Oh, Caden? Is it Caden? Okay. Well, guys, Caden is Davion's brother.
See?
So, I guess he is the taller one. He can dunk now, which is interesting. But also,
Should do it more often.
let's go back to the topic with MacArthur sports, all sports in general. We also beat you guys in football.
Pretty badly.
But you guys have a new system now, with a new coach, and I think that's going to be pretty interesting. And they're going to have you back in the lineup.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know better.
Do you think you're a game changer?
I don't know.
Do you think you could have helped out Eisenhower this year?
Of course I could have helped.
You know how many players they had when they faced MacArthur?
It's not the point.
14.
Okay.
Maybe 16.
And MacArthur only won by like 60 each.
Yeah, it was a pretty...
Just like all their games. Blowout.
I would call it a blowout. I think that's fair. Did Brylan score? I think he might have
I
scored.
don't remember.
Me neither.
I don't
Yeah, nobody does.
think about the
It's a while
past.
ago.
Yeah,
I think we also won in volleyball.
Duh.
I think we also won in soccer,
Okay.
Baseball.
But our
Baseball hasn't started yet.
Our girls bowling team is going to sectionals, so shut up.
Nobody cares.
Girls bowling. Bowling's fun.
40.
No.
Yeah, we got a friend.
Bowling is so boring.
I think bowling's.
Cordy plays bowling.
I think like
She-
going on a date, it's fun.
No, bowling is so boring.
Well, here's the thing to comment on, folks. Is if you like bowling, go comment.
Golf and bowling are like
Golf is.
in a tier of their own of being the most boring sports ever.
Fair to say.
How about baseball?
That's not that boring.
It's not as
really
boring
fun
as
to play.
golf.
It is pretty fun to play,
I
but
don't
watch.
I don't
but
like
watch,
watching it,
yeah.
but it's not that boring.
I would think like football, basketball. You know what's pretty fun?
No.
Horse racing. That might sound weird.
Cricket.
Cricket is also a pretty fun game.
What are you, British? 21 Savage?
21 Savage gets deported.
Oh, okay.
It's been 9 minutes already.
Alright,
Well, next topic, I guess. We didn't really clear up that topic, but I guess we'll just move on.
I don't know it's better, that's it.
Go ahead, Davion. It's fine.
It's fun.
It's just
Alright.
Pretty interesting, actually.
thinking about the future.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do when you are older?
Okay. Go ahead, Kai. I'll let you go
Well, if
first.
my athletic career doesn't go the way I want it to, I will become an engineer or an architect. Yeah.
Alright.
What is your dream college?
Right.
College, the Ohio State University.
That's so gross.
Alright. I don't know, this YouTube thing, I think we're special. I don't know what other people think, but I think we could do something with this YouTube thing. But
Mm-hmm. Yes.
if I actually had to, like, you know, have, like, a reasonable goal, it would be to not necessarily start my own company, because there's a lot of ups and downs with that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and it's, you know, it's, to have a very successful company, it's very hard. And I think we're actually, side note, I think we're going to bring on a business, not doctor, but a business professor, and we might talk about entrepreneurs and stuff like that. But in my case, I would probably want to work in, like, science, maybe? Like nuclear science. I think nuclear science is really cool. I also think running, like, being a CEO of any company is special.
McDonald's.
Especially McDonald's. But yeah.
What's your dream college?
Dream college would also have to be the Ohio State University.
Nice.
Our grandpa played basketball
Not
there.
Oregon.
Terry Shields. He's not an Oregon. He's not an. Davion's an Oklahoma fan, but anyway, that's why me and Kai are interested in Ohio State, and we also follow Ohio State sports, you know,
Fairly closely.
very closely.
Alright.
To the point where it's signing day, and we just lost, you know, the top offensive lineman in the world.
Davion Meek?
Not Davion Meek. What if you get a scholarship to Ohio State? Would you go?
Nope.
Why not?
Mm.
I don't want to go to Ohio State.
What if it's like Ohio State or Oregon State?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you, Davey? I think I already know it, but go ahead.
I want to be an orthopedic surgeon
Interesting.
when I grow up. The reason for that is when I was younger, I always wanted to be an athletic trainer
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to like travel with like NFL teams or NBA teams and like go in the field when people get injured, help them and stuff. And so I know I wanted to be in the medical field. And then the summer after 8th grade year, when I was about to go into high school, I binge watched all 12 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, and that made me want to become a surgeon. So I've wanted to be an
Interesting.
orthopedic surgeon ever since.
Nice. Now, that's really cool. But
Mhm.
tell us about what you're planning to do after high school.
Okay. I want to enlist in the army, but go to college. So join the Army Reserves and go to New York University, which is my dream college. And after I'm done with college, go to med school, and then residencies and training for being a surgeon. And then I have to stay in the Army for 4 years and be a surgeon there, and then I can go work for whatever hospital offers me a job.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I'll be like 30
30.
something. Be pretty old.
Unless this YouTube thing fires off, and then we're gonna go live in. We should live somewhere exotic. Like, a
Maine.
lot of people live in LA.
Maine, there's lots.
I don't think we should live in Maine.
Yeah, I want to live in New York.
Washington.
That'd be cool. But we also plan, the four of us, to buy a condo on the lake, right? Didn't we plan that?
I've never heard of that.
Yes, you did.
No, I have not.
Me, you, Isaiah, we're just like, when we get older, we should all pitch in to buy a house on the lake.
Never heard of it.
Look how I'm not in that.
And you.
Nope. No.
We always forget about Caius. It's okay.
All right, next topic. Kai, you should really give one.
What do we think about the recent NBA trades going on lately?
Like with AD, Anthony Davis.
Yeah. You can
The
start off with that.
76ers are about to win the East. They have the most
Bold
talented
statement.
team.
Bold statement.
It's not bold. Do you not see?
I think players, and there's some exceptions, but I think players, if they sign a contract, they should definitely fulfill the contract.
They will with another team.
Yeah, I know, but they signed it to be on that team. Like, now, in Anthony Davis's case, he's been there for 7 years. This is his third contract. Rookie, and then 2 more. And they really haven't helped him out that much. So I think Drew Holiday. But, I mean, that was really just the improvement of Drew Holiday.
Sure.
Like, he came from the Heat, right?
I don't think so.
No. Who am I thinking of? I forgot where he came from.
Okay.
But I mean, he just improved. It wasn't really like bringing on an all-star already. So in his case, I could defend him. But I mean, with like Blake Griffin wanting to leave the Detroit Pistons, and maybe if it's an organization problem, then I don't blame it at all.
Did Blake
But
Griffin sign a contract extension last year? Did he sign another contract?
Oh, you're right.
Because he got traded there.
I don't know. That's interesting. We should look into that. But I don't know. I think if you have a contract with that team, then you should fulfill it.
I don't think you should. If you want to leave, you want to leave.
I mean, I bet if we were in the NBA, we would be thinking that too. Which, gotta give the players the credit. The credit of doubt? No.
What?
the
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But where do you want Anthony Davis to end up? The Lakers?
I only want him on the Lakers if we can somehow keep Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma.
One of them or both of them?
Both of them.
That's not going to happen.
And if I had to choose one out of the two, is Lonzo Ball, because that's my second favorite player, because big baller brand over here, baby.
I think it'd be cool to see him go to the Celtics.
Lonzo Ball?
No, Anthony Davis.
Oh, yeah, no. He's not going to sign there.
He might not sign, but... Well, he might sign there.
No.
They have a lot of history, like the Lakers. They have an all-star point guard who doesn't just keep the basketball and score, like James Harden. Like, he helps Kyrie, he helps out his team. They have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Morris even, who are all just long forwards who can play.
But if they trade him, they're gonna have to give up some of those guys.
If they trade him,
Well,
yeah,
he's not gonna sign there. He doesn't want to go there.
that's true. No, he opened up his
list. It's
what is
L.A., New York.
Oh, New York. It's not New York.
The
though.
Clippers are on there, and the Bucks maybe.
That would be
Giannis
really
and
interesting.
AD.
That's.
I don't know how that would work out.
I think it would work.
Yeah, it would work out.
Because Anthony Davis can shoot.
That's true.
He can stretch the floor for Giannis.
Mhm.
That's insane.
It's weird when you think of Giannis and like Anthony Davis for some reason, because Giannis is like, he isn't bigger. It's almost like their attributes should switch for their positions, right? Like Giannis should be the shooting one who can get in the paint and occasionally score, and Anthony Davis should just be the guy who can dunk from the free throw line. Like, historically and position wise, that's usually what the case is. And that's why it's sort of weird to think like
he's a
them together.
Point guard.
That's crazy.
It's so gross. Ben Simmons, 7-foot point guard.
He's not 7 foot, is he? 6'10"?
He's like 6'11".
I think he's more of a small forward.
Fact check. No, he runs point guard. Ben Simmons.
I know, but I think Giannis is more of a freak.
How tall is Ben Simmons? So, he's 6'10".
Okay. Well, I think we can. Okay, let's just keep talking and see how long this goes.
All right.
Wait, I think it's my turn. Okay. No.
Goodness.
Yeah, I think it's my turn. I don't know.
Go.
Comment whose turn it is. I'm just kidding. I think it's fair time to say who's the best Chris. And if you don't know who the best, like what that question means, I'm talking about like Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pine, and maybe some cases Christian Bale.
Shut.
That is a Chris.
Does not count. It's Chris Pratt, without a doubt.
I tend to find myself like just like loving Chris Pratt. You know? He's just hilarious. But I also really like, I don't know, I think Chris Evans is just a really good soul.
I've liked Chris Pratt since Parks and Rec.
Same.
You like Chris Pratt pretty good too.
So we just all like Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
but
controversy.
Chris Farley's pretty good.
Comment your Chris. Well, that was a pretty. I thought we would have maybe different opinions on that topic,
Nope.
but I guess it's just Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If Chris Pratt, if you're listening to this,
We love you.
we love you.
We'd love to have you on this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Alright. Kai, it's your turn.
You go ahead, Davion. You pull up my thing.
Alright. What is our goal with our YouTube channel and with this podcast?
I would say with the YouTube channel, I would definitely love to get like famous, I guess. Like that's the best way to put it, or like to get big. And to also just have fun in the next 10 years. Like while we're still young, like just to have fun together. And I think that's going to help a lot. And with the podcast, I really want to just bring in a bunch of important people and students even into this and just grow our like Decatur fan base and like have them listen to us, and that'd be really cool. Like maybe like we can go to events and stuff and do things there. I think that'd just be really cool. So how about you, Davion?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. From that question, how are we gonna do that? Like, what are we gonna do to, like, what are we doing to promote ourselves and like who's supporting us and stuff?
Right. Well, we are using, the big social media sites with Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, and I think we even have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a TikTok.
And a TikTok. How are we gonna do that? We just need to stop running out of ideas, and eventually, we'll just keep growing. We're at 112 subscribers right now for our YouTube channel.
Yes, yeah.
And so, I'm encouraging you to go subscribe. That'd be really neat. And with this podcast thing, I think if we can get like a new generation, not a new generation, but like an older generation even of listeners, that'll also help out our YouTube and our podcast. And I think our YouTube might help out the younger generations with our podcast. And I think it's like it's a mutual relationship between the two. So I don't know. That's what I hope, and that's how I think it's gonna happen. But rank in Illinois. We might have to edit that out. I don't know. But all right. So we have a little more time. Yeah, we got like 6 minutes. So I'm just gonna go. Let's switch off to more. I guess we just did sports, which is fine. But what are your thoughts of the first off the Super Bowl?
It was the most boring football game I've ever watched.
I honestly liked it.
Ever. It was so boring to me, and I know like everyone's like, the league plays no defense, and then we finally got a defensive game. I don't care. It was boring. I like offensive games, but that was boring. If the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, they would have won.
I think, yeah, probably. I think if the Saints were in the Super Bowl, they would have won. And I think they also deserve to be in the Super Bowl.
Bears would have won it too.
I think, actually, yeah, probably.
No. The Saints didn't even deserve to be in the NFC Championship.
Whoa.
The Eagles were one catch away from repeating a
But
Super
he
Bowl
didn't
champion.
catch it, did he?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the commercials weren't good. Back to the
No,
Super Bowl,
they
the
were
commercials
awful.
weren't good
Awful.
either. I was excited for those. And
I liked
Yeah.
the halftime show.
Same.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like
I
the halftime
understand
show.
why everyone's in a bad
I
mood
like that was
because
very
of the
basic.
right. I like how it was basic. Adam Levine took his shirt off. No, I'm just kidding.
Nip slip.
That's a funny thing how that's going around too. We can see Adam Levine's shirt off, but
Janet Jackson.
when it comes to Janet Jackson, that's a big controversy. It is with Adam Levine a little bit, but I just think it was funny. And then they brought in Travis Scott for 6 seconds.
Because it goes sicko mode.
And then Kanye showed up.
Yeah. Sicko mode was terrible. Wow,
Yeah.
I hate it. I want to stick to the auto-tune version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, quick question. Mo Bamba or Sicko Mode?
Or, no choice. You can't choose.
Kai?
It's impossible.
Or.
Okay. I think Mo Bamba has a lot of unnecessary cuss words in it.
Yes. Really does.
Now,
Oh,
like, I understand.
frick, heck, dude. Yeah, I'm Check West
And I'm getting really
rich.
rich as ching. I think Sicko Mode has less cuss words in it. It does have some.
So,
Uh,
can't choose.
That's fine. Some cuss words are okay. Right, you can't choose. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't think the party. We had a Super Bowl party, and that was pretty fun.
That was fun.
Yes, it was.
We recorded we electrocuted ourselves video there
Yes.
right before the Super Bowl started.
And we
Watch
kind
that,
of
by the way.
screwed up like the pin, like because it did shock us a little bit, but we just didn't have the best reactions towards it because I think we just shocked ourselves too many times. We're
That's
kind of
so
used to it.
Yeah.
We have this machine where it goes around with like it's like musical chairs almost, and if like you press the button last, then you get shocked, and it's like an actual shock, like it makes you
press
tense
before
up.
the green light goes on.
Yeah, we
You
need
get
to
shocked.
play that.
Yeah, that would be a great
Yeah,
concept.
that would.
All right.
Wednesday.
Alright, I know we just talked about sports, but what are your predictions for next year's Super Bowl?
I feel the Bears are going to make a run for it. They're going to pick up a
Interesting.
key piece on offense.
Ooh.
I
Right,
do not know.
I don't know who they're gonna
They're
pick up on
gonna
offense
pick up a key
either.
piece on offense.
That's what they're
Zeke's
missing.
going
though.
to the Saints.
Yeah, kicker.
Yeah, I get it.
I think if Drew Brees stays like healthy and doesn't age too much,
Yeah.
Saints for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You have Kamari,
I'd say
Come
Saints.
on.
I'd say Saints
Kamara.
versus Patriots.
Michael Thomas. You have all these youngsters just growing up. You have a super young secondary at defense.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if maybe Saints pick up a defensive lineman who can change, like a game changer defensive lineman, I think that just puts them in the Super Bowl from there.
I say Eagles and Patriots.
I think
It was a bold
Patriots
statement from Brady.
always have a chance to go, however old
Without
Tom Brady
Carson
is.
Wentz.
I think Eagles have a big chance, especially if Carson Wentz gets back to
And
his
they need Nick
usual
Foles. They need Nick Foles.
MVP for
MVP for himself. I don't know what they're gonna do with Nick Foles.
Okay, so Nick Foles voided of his contract, so he's gonna pay us $2 million to become a free agent, and we probably won't let that happen. So we'll probably franchise tag him and then trade him, so we don't just get nothing.
Oh.
So
Do you think he'll start? You know what? Ryan Tannehill isn't expected to join the
the
Dolphins again,
Dolphins.
and maybe they'll
Nick
trade
Foles.
him to the Dolphins.
It's not the Eagles. He's not gonna win anything because
That's true.
the Eagles are better.
Yeah,
It is cool that he won a Super Bowl.
it is.
That's very
It really
cool.
is.
Well, let's talk about NFL draft. I know some people aren't really excited about about that stuff, but I am. Who do you think top 3 NFL picks?
Joey Bosa.
Who's gonna get picked?
Easy.
You know, not Joey, Nick.
Nick Bosa. Brother, sorry.
Yeah. Ed Oliver.
Who has the top 3 picks in the draft? The Cardinals, don't know, and they don't know.
Cardinals.
Bills.
Bills.
There are rumors that the Cardinals will draft Kyler Murray and get rid of Josh Rosen because the new coach really likes him.
Interesting.
I hope.
I think that's another thing with sports is that I think if you're just only playing, and Josh Rosen is a very highly thought of quarterback, and I think if you're just gonna play him 1 year and then pitch him to the side, I don't like that, you know.
They got a new coach.
That's true, but like who's the one guy he played? Paxton Lynch. They drafted him, and he was a highly rated quarterback too, and I don't think he even played.
They did.
Did he start a year?
Pretty sure.
And then they just released him. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's kind of a mean, type of thing to do. But I mean, I really do like Kyler Murray. I think our quarterback from Ohio State, Dwayne Haskins, I think he might have a bright future in the NFL just because he's exactly the prototype of an NFL quarterback. And I know how like some teams are kind of switching to a mobile quarterback, but really you have to throw the ball in the league. And that's where that's where who were we just talking about?
Kyler Murray.
Not Kyler. Well, yeah, Kyler Murray, he can throw the ball, right? I wouldn't say as accurate as Dwayne Haskins, but that's just because their focuses are different. And so if I were to pick one, it would kind of have to be also what my team looks like. If I don't have a running game, then Kyler Murray, because he'll bring that. But I mean, if you do have a decent running game, then I just go with Dwayne Haskins.
But who's better at baseball? Exactly.
Did he already start a contract with the Astros?
No. The Athletics.
Oh.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. Different franchise guy.
Caius, why are you making your voice deep?
It's more of your voice, man.
Alright.
Okay. So, we're about done.
Yeah, I think so for our first one. It was just random topics.
The last thing.
Okay.
Our podcast name.
Yes. I think, and you guys can comment on this too, I think I had advice to avoid alliterations. And those are like, our name for YouTube is Tombstone Toyboys. And then, like, Tombstone Toy Talk, like, avoid alliterations. But I would be open to accepting alliterations. And I think if you guys that are listening, comment what you think is a good name for our podcast. So far right now, we have a logo, and it's 4 T's. They're different colors, and we'll be posting it too. And it says Tombstone Toyboys, our YouTube channel, and then a little like words at the bottom. It says time to totally talk. And so, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Right.
Who did you hear that you needed to avoid alliterations from?
Zach.
Oh, okay.
Zach Shields is.
Zach
Well,
Shields.
I am completely opposed of that idea. So if you're with me, comment suggestions on what you think our podcast name should be. And we will see you guys next time. Tombstone Toyboys out.
That's so cringy. Hold on.
Oh.
We are going to put together a list of guests we are going to have on the podcast, ranging indicator. And so I think that would be really cool if you're interested in anything, or if you know anyone who you would like to hear about, then post them on the comments, and we can maybe get to talking to them and get them on the podcast. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.